Right on schedule the week before school starts, Twitter is awash with photo collages of glistening classrooms filled with anticipation as educators prepare to start a new school year. Some posts are even branded with the hashtag #JustAddStudents. But the recipe for a learning environment that is conducive to deep learning is far more complex than any camera could capture. Over the last number of years, our learning environments at the Ottawa Catholic School Board have been evolving. From standing desks and wobbly stools to beanbag chairs and stationary bikes, our learning environments are undergoing visible transformation. And while learning environments is arguably the most tangible of the four elements of deep learning, it's about so much more than furniture. Learning environments that promote deep learning are student-centered, flexible, extend beyond four walls, and foster growth mindset. Student ownership is key to a learning environment that promotes deep learning. As a space is co-created with students, it begins to reflect the needs and interests of its learners, respecting their diversity. It values the wealth of prior knowledge and experiences the learners bring into the space with them. One example of how we've seen this manifest itself in our classrooms has been the inclusion of visible symbols of Indigenous cultures that reflect the diversity of our students. A student-centered learning environment also impacts the role of the educator, as they shift from disseminating knowledge to learning with and from their students, creating a collaborative learning culture. Learning environments must be flexible to allow deep learning to occur. While light, modular furniture can make this easier, even traditional classroom furniture can create a flexible learning environment as long as it can be regularly reconfigured to meet the needs of the students. In truth, a flexible learning environment is more about student choice and personalization than it is about floor plans. A variety of physical spaces, and some initial guidance from their teacher, will equip students to select a spot that is most conducive to their learning style and the task in which they are engaged. This flexibility for students to move around the classroom supports our board's commitment to an inclusive learning environment. Whether a student with special education needs requires frequent body breaks or the ability to record oral responses, a flexible learning environment will allow their needs to be met alongside their peers in the classroom. Learning environments are not restricted to the four walls of a classroom. Our newest schools have intentionally embedded a variety of learning environments in their blueprints. This includes open hub areas outside of classrooms, as well as booths to accommodate small group collaboration. We transformed our traditional school libraries to learning commons, with spaces to work independently or together, offering access to technology and a makerspace in addition to books. Outdoor classrooms, often designed in consultation with students, also provide opportunities to extend learning beyond the classroom, acknowledging the power of nature to provoke wonder and curiosity. Field trips provide authentic learning environments as students explore ways to engage with and better their communities. Our investment in wireless internet and interactive whiteboards for all classrooms also allows us to extend our classrooms across the globe, as virtual field trips and video conferencing connect students with places and people to inform their inquiries and deepen their learning. Most importantly, to allow deep learning to occur, a learning environment must foster a growth mindset and a belief that all students can learn. Mistakes and failures must be celebrated as opportunities to practice grit and perseverance. We have seen this especially reflected in our board's work on social-emotional learning. As a result, many of our classrooms have created safe places. This is a designated area within the classroom where a student can take a moment to engage in self-regulation strategies before returning to a challenging task or situation. Additionally, we've started to see makerspaces within classrooms to encourage students to engage in iterative cycles of design thinking and improvement. Vertical, non-permanent surfaces have also become popular features in the classroom, as research has shown them to be an effective tool in promoting risk-taking when working collaboratively. As we have scaled our implementation of deep learning across our board, we have noticed that educators gravitate toward learning environments as an accessible entry point to deep learning. The brilliance of the four elements is that they all overlap in the classroom, so a deliberate focus on one inevitably touches on the others. A beanbag chair becomes more than just a place to sit. It's a pseudo-recording studio for leveraging digital. It's a meeting spot for reading buddies who are engaged in a learning partnership across grades. It's a reflective corner for a student whose self-assessment is a key part of their teacher's pedagogical practice. Learning environments that are student-centered, flexible, extend beyond four walls, and foster a growth mindset are key to engaging students in deep learning.